deaths of 14 orang asli from Kampung Kuala Koh due to pneumonia. Kidnapped Syrian cook rescued by police within a day. Good evening, I'm Cynthia Arthur. You're watching News on 2. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Senator P. Waitha Murty, has confirmed that 14 orang asli villagers from Kampung Kuala Koh, Gua Musang, have died from an illness believed to be pneumonia. Waitha said 83 villagers are being treated, with 37 receiving outpatient treatment and 46 being hospitalized. Of those hospitalized, 2 are in serious condition, namely a 36-year-old woman and a 3-year-old child.
Dan daripada jumlah 83 yang saya nyatakan tadi, cuma 2 saja pesakit yang tenat buat masa ini. Seorang ialah seorang perempuan berumur 36 tahun yang kini dirawat di Hospital Kuala Krai, dan seorang lagi kanak-kanak berumur 3 tahun yang kini dirawat di Hospital Raja Perempuan Zainab II, Kota Baru. Dan yang selainnya sedang menunjukkan tanda pulih.
However, police claim they had information that only 3 orang asli had died from the respiratory illness, including one who died this morning at the Hospital Raja Perempuan Zainab II in Kota Baru. Speaking in Kota Baru, he hopes the villagers in Kampung Kuala Koh will constantly keep in touch with the police, especially in reporting deaths to facilitate investigations. Based on the latest update, 119 villagers were taken for treatment and 6 who were critical were sent to Hospital Kuala Krai HKK. On the 2 earlier deaths, it's confirmed that the victims also died of lung infection. Waitha said at this point, the cause of the sudden illness was still being investigated. Meanwhile, the Kelantan Health Department wants contact between the Orang Asli community in Kampung Kuala Koh and Gua Musang and outsiders to be restricted. State Health Director Dr. Zaini Hussein said the move was to curtail spread of pneumonia infections as it can be transmitted through respiration. Dr. Zaini said if any party would like to offer their assistance, they could get in touch with the Orang Asli Development Department, Jabatan Kemajuan Orang Asli JAKOA, directly. However, he added that there is no need to isolate the residents in the village from others, but the department will monitor the development in the village every 2 days. Commenting on whether the disease is related to the fungal infection on the skin that was allegedly experienced by the Orang Asli before, Dr. Zaini said it was unlikely as the period between the 2 cases would have been too long. He said the present case is clearly pneumonia and has nothing to do with the skin disease before. In a related development, Dr. Zaini said yesterday a team from the District Health Office was directed to search cases actively in the village and found another 24 cases with fever and cough symptoms. He said these cases were brought to the Chiku 3 Health Clinic for further treatment. A Syrian cook who was kidnapped by 2 of his countrymen and a local woman at a restaurant near Jalan Tanjung Tokong, Georgetown on Thursday has been rescued by police. In the 5:30 p.m. incident, the victim, a male in his 20s, was reported missing by his brother who lodged a police report. Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department CID Director Datuk Huzir Mohamad said according to the victim's brother, the kidnappers demanded a ransom of 100,000 ringgit to be paid within 2 hours.
So apabila ditahan, didapati di dalam kenderaan tersebut, mangsa berada di dalam kenderaan tersebut dalam keadaan tangannya berikat di bahagian hadapan dengan selotip.
Briefing reporters today, he said following the brothers' report, police managed to locate the suspects as well as the victim near a fast food restaurant in Batu Feringhi at 9 p.m. the same day. He said police found the group inside a Proton Persona and ordered the car's driver to pull over, adding that the victim's wrists were bound with tape. 2 Syrian men aged between 30 and 50, as well as a local woman in her 30s, were subsequently arrested. Datuk Huzir also said one of the Syrian suspects and the woman tested positive for drugs. The woman has previous criminal records involving cheating and drug-related offences. All suspects have been remanded for 7 days since last Friday, and the case is being investigated under Section 3, Subsection 1 of the Kidnapping Act 1961.
13 more deaths have been recorded as the Op Selamat 15 campaign hits day 11. Royal Malaysia Police Corporate Communications Head SAC Dato' Asmawati Ahmad said 177 fatal accidents occurred between 29th of May and today, resulting in 189 deaths.
The Op Selamat 15 road safety operation was launched on 29th of May in conjunction with the Aidilfitri festive season. In a statement, Dato' Asmawati said statistics compiled by the Federal Traffic Investigations and Enforcement Department revealed the states with the highest fatalities are Selangor 33, Johor 28 and Perak 18 deaths. Op Selamat 15, which ends on 12th of June, focuses on 6 major offences, namely driving on the emergency lane, overtaking on double lines, using handphones without the hands-free mode, queue jumping, speeding and beating traffic lights.
The floods have continued to disrupt lives in parts of interior Sarawak, affecting the Gawai festivities. A gathering with politicians as guests for the Gawai Harvest Festival in Long Bemang in Baram district was cancelled after the settlement was inundated.
There are about 120 families living in the settlement that is adjacent to the Baram River that overflowed its banks due to heavy rain. In Long Teru, in the Middle Baram Basin, some 52 houses were inundated in 1.5 meter high waters. Sungai Teru had overflowed its banks since last week due to continuous downpour. The rainy weather remains a worry for rural folk in northern and central Sarawak. On Wednesday, widespread floods have inundated numerous settlements in northern and central Sarawak following heavy rain over the past 24 hours.
Sabah Police Commissioner Dato' Omar Mama announced in a statement today that the 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew involving the waters of 7 districts in the Eastern Sabah Security Zone S Zone, which is to end tomorrow, has been extended to the 25th of June.
According to Dato' Omar, the districts are Tawau, Sempurna, Kunak, Lahad Datu, Kinabatangan, Sandakan and Beluran. He said the curfew was imposed due to security threats in these waters, especially from outlaws in the southern Philippines. He also said that it is to ensure that the waters will not be encroached by militants who can threaten the safety of researchers and foreign tourists visiting resort islands in those districts. However, Dato' Omar said those who depend on the sea for their livelihood can get exemption from the police.
At least 28 injured as Spanish merry-go-round snaps in half. That and more coming up in our foreign segment. And that concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story, deaths of 14 orang Asli from Kampung Kuala Koh due to pneumonia. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Cynthia Marilyn Arthur. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a pleasant evening.